Welcome to Cat the Minion Patreon channel. My name is Theresa, but you can call me Cat. Hopefully you can hear me alright over the necessary air conditioning. I apologize for the weirdness of my voice. I coughed myself into a different register, so I'm just gonna keep going. It's nice to have something like that happen right before I decide to record a bunch of videos. It's like thinking about trying to eat for the first time during the day, and then all of a sudden you have hiccups. So this is the weekly overview. I've got the Thoth deck. Hopefully I pronounced that well enough that the auto captions won't spell it as soft, because that's annoying. I've got the Uno deck, if I could pick it up. Circa 1987. Got some miles on it. And I've got the Romance Oracle, just because these are the cards that screamed at me to come out and play today, so this is what we're doing. I've got the Bucket of Charms here. So we're gonna get the charms after, but I'm gonna lay out the cards on camera. And then I gotta stop it and take a picture, and then we're gonna get into it. Guess I'm just laying these out by size. So, I mean, it might not necessarily be a day by day, but I did that last week, so I'm just gonna do it again. Of course, I get doubles a lot lately. I think it's the Gemini node, but I don't know. At least for a minute, Uranus and Neptune, which are also twin planets, like Earth and Venus, are gonna be retrograde together, so let's see how that works out. Monday! I can't even stand listening to myself. This is awful. I was coughing for like 10 minutes. Because there's some kind of allergen that's getting to me, and I get this like post-nasal drip situation, and all of a sudden the sandwich and chips that I ate made it down my throat, and it was all over. I was like, I'm just gonna eat something before I record all these videos, and then it was like throat chakra attack. Okay, here we go. I don't think I've ever had laryngitis though. It's a small favor. I had chickenpox twice, so I guess that makes up for it. Whoa, I don't need like half of the deck. Okay, these came out in my hand, so we're taking both of those. So Wednesday. I felt a really positive surge of energy from that Leo full moon. I don't know about anybody else, but not full moon, new moon on the 19th. Is the going from sort of internal shadow work, all of a sudden everything's been like the light of day. Not everything. It wasn't great for me when my car overheated, but it's like breath of fresh air kind of energy. There we go. Jesus Christ. Friday. Oh, wow, I didn't even know I had two in my hand. Why are they always gotta come out in pairs? Come on, man. It's Saturday. Actually, I'm gonna leave that in the challenge position. This happened to me last week. I keep getting the Moody Blues screaming at me Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday afternoon! Or however you know how it goes. Okay, this one goes sideways. That one goes that way. Is that even all on camera? Kind of. It's only focused to about here. I don't have autofocus on my Nikon camera. Kodachrome. Just Nash bright colors. I think in my music deck, Kodachrome is the Ten of Pentacles, but I felt compelled to get the Nikon camera partly because it was affordable in what I needed for what I got it for, which was not actually this. But also because they mentioned the Nikon camera in that song, and it stuck to me. The green just shone. Make all the world's a sunny day. Oh yeah. I'm gonna leave that way. It's trying to turn, so hopefully I'll remember that. Okay, I did shuffle these, but I'll give them another whirl here. Watch me do it effortlessly off camera and then completely fail as soon as I go shuffle them here. Alright, I'll put that one there. Just gonna leave them upside down, that way I won't read them ahead of time. So they're easier to shuffle that way. I'm not doing 3 cards at once, that's too many. Give me Sunday. Give me Monday. Give me Thursday. Friday. Okay. That's still too many. 1, please, for Friday. 1. Una mash. Friday. 1 for Saturday, preferably 1. Maybe Saturday. This one for Saturday. Alright. Okay, I do have them all in the camera here, so we're going to start with the Sunday slot, the 23rd here. Alright, so you got 2 pairs, and then the other one. 4 of Wands, completion, inverted. Venus and Aries energy. Wheel going there. Princess of Discs. So that's the Page of Pentacles energy. Notice we have a wheel here and a wheel here as well. This is a yin-yang. And I have Venus and Aries, so I have a masculine and a feminine here as well. Princess of Discs energy. What am I got here? Princess of Discs. Spring with Earth of Earth. Okay, so we have the need to ground, and notice she's got ram's horns. I think there's supposed to be goat horns, but I do see that a little bit of Aries energy. We have a lot of yellow here for an Earth sign, so we'll get back to that. 1 or 11, 4. You can see this -7 movement that's insecure, trying to find which direction to go to finish this, to get a good grounding for the foundation. Oh, something just felt really gross in my throat. What else was I gonna say? Again, 11 - 4, 7. I see a wheel here, I see a wheel here. We're trying to move. We're trying to get that Chariot energy. Just tied actually to Cancerian energy, but let's see what's over here. 8 of Swords. Okay, so we're trying to get out of our own mental prison. That's where we're trying to move from. We have to go from 4 to 8. And this card that wants to be in the challenge position, 3 of Wands. So that's that our ships are coming in energy. 3 of Wands is the Sun in Aries. And we're kind of sideways, so it's like we're at a twilight moment or a sunrise moment. We're trying to shift from the darkness to the light. Venus rules Taurus and the Empress and Libra. I see 4 doubling to 8. I see 11 or 1. I see 15, the devil energy being tied down. I see 5, pivot trying to shift. I see 8 again, and 8, 16, a tower moment. And then we have 11 here. 12, hanged man energy. The devil again. 8 and 1, 9. 3, 12, 4, 16 again. 8, 11, 19, the sun. And then a 7. It's trying to shift out of your own mental darkness where you feel ungrounded and you haven't been able to get a good footing. It's trying to break out of the darkness, trying to get into the sun, trying to ground your own energy because you want your future to be better. Let's see what this is. This to me is like jumping timelines. Notice this idea of grounding and growth and going somewhere. We're trying to skip into like a different season, but there's a star up here. And this idea of 4, trying to get in some kind of grounding for a content foundation. And we have this sort of root energy down here. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. So that's that wheel energy. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, you'll be surprised where it leads. Okay? So this is like consciously trying to force your way out of your situation. And this reminder that the future is open to you if you stop going in this infinite loop in your own head and just allow the wheel to carry you where it's going, right? It's to let the waves take you where you're going. But also, you know, you do have to be somewhat grounded to allow yourself to grow naturally. You have to have the roots, and then the tree will just grow where it needs to be, in essence. You know, it's like if you can't feel like if you feel unsafe that you don't have a foundation where you're at, try to have that like home in your heart essence, so that when you have this moment of I'm out of my mental prison, I've busted a hole in that infinite loop and now I'm ready to let the gravity pull me out of the loop. That's when it will move you, okay? So there's this idea of overcoming resistance. Breaking out of the loop. Oh, charms. Thank you. Charms for the spirit. Something that... When I did... You know what's interesting is that before I started this reading, when I was shaking these up to clear them, the battery fell out of the edge of the box. And I was like, it's something to do with energy. Like, people need more energy. But the battery can also deal with electrical stuff and resistance. Okay. Oh, I guess we'll take the camera here. Keep a snapshot in your mind of what's going on. Okay, so we have this snake here. This is a current. Going with the flow. And again, the resistance, their current energy. We have the back of the credit card, so this is something about the finer details, all the details. We have an umbrella, a closed umbrella, a rain umbrella, and then facing down we have this necklace. Now you could say that this necklace is a closed loop, but you can open the latch in the back. It's something that's like choking you. Okay. So what does this mean? Keep a picture in your mind of the details of where you've been. Moving with the flow of the energy will keep this albatross off your neck of this mental prison. You have this umbrella at the ready. All you have to do is pop it open like Mary Poppins, and it'll carry, the wind will carry you where you need to be. Okay. So we'll get into Monday energy. Perhaps the 24th. The moon. Okay, so I had referenced the moon, but now we have the moon. 18. Now this card is ruled by Pisces, which is Neptunian energy, but the moon itself rules Cancer, so we're dealing with water. And when I was talking about resistance and the battery Sunday, now we have all these resonant patterns that are linking up at various points, and the waves are canceling out and expanding in certain places. We have a wave pattern, a resonant pattern, and we have this like sort of sousaphone tower here. Let me see if I can find that charm in here, because it's very specific, and that's what that looks like. Just give me a second to fish through these. Give me a second to fish through them. My voice sounds weird and I don't like it. No, that's Stonehenge. I don't want that one. Oh, give me the fucking thing. It's the only issue of like drawing like 150 of these is if I want one, I have to sort through them to find it. But it also sort of puts into note that I don't have these in any certain order. Some of these that haven't fallen out for me yet, but the way that they fall out, I think it is sort of prophetic. Which ones happen to slide out? You know, like the whale doesn't come out all the time, even though it's enormous. There it is. Okay. So this is my charm. This is a sousaphone. It's like 2 Tesla coils, and they stick them together, and they make electrical sound music on it, and it looks exactly like this card to me. These are just energy currents between 2 like metallic towers. Okay. So we have the moon with this control of the tides, kind of, sort of like time and things flowing in and flowing out. This idea of go with the flow from here. So we have the Queen of Cups. We have an emotional achievement, creativity, psychic intuition, emotional mastery in a nurturing way for the self. We have the number 13, which could also be death. It could be 1, so we might end up with sun energy here. Or 4 and 9, 13, still the sun, still death. And then we have the Queen of Swords as well. So I had the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords come out in my card of the day reading for the 20th on my regular YouTube. So we have 2 queens here. We're halfway to the Empress. So we have sort of like death-defying, my life could have killed me, but every time it knocks me down, I ride the next wave up. And even the queens here with the skip cards are waveforms. And like this from Sunday, it's a figure 8 of being stuck in an infinite loop, but it's broken and you can get off. So that's 11 possibly, or 8 possibly, which would be strength. 8 cups, 8 swords again, getting out of that mental prison. 8 cups, getting rid of the energy that no longer serves you. 8 and 9, that's 17, that's the star. That's hope for the future, it's healing, it's Aquarian energy. So Queen of Cups, Gemini and Cancer, so I did say Cancer energy. And then Queen of Swords, where's she at? Scorpio and Libra energy. Okay, so we have the death energy, we have the moon energy, we have the twins energy, and then we have balance. And this is balanced as well. Okay. So this is that idea of having an emotional time, but starting to see the sunlight coming through, of this wisdom of being able to ride the next wave. We have this universal energy. We have this sort of devil energy here with the pentacle. Although in the upright position like that, it's representative of Venus, which is abundance, the Empress, Libra, Taurus. So this idea of trying to ground in universal energy in order to expand your vision, right? Psychic intuition. These two queens could end up being the High Priestess. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Okay? So this is sort of like the universe talking through your higher self, saying, you know, don't give up in the low parts, because there is positive emotional nurturing for you in the world to move forward. This is crisis, trying to get over it and struggling. This is the universe has your back. Charms. Let me shake these up now that I was fishing through them. Oh, here we go. Tetrahedron. The strongest structure in the universe, and we have two intersecting tetrahedrons right here. Let me get another one. They don't fall through the crack in the table. Just put some on the other side. Wow, okay, alright. Let's go back in there. Bear was trying to pop out. So we have a cube here, right? We're moving from tetrahedron to cube. We're expanding our frame of reference. This is a trash chicken. This is a pigeon. But it could also be a dove of peace. Like a peaceful, easy feeling. We have a key. And these things are turned down. Key. Dollar bills, dollar bills, dollar bills, y'all, money. And a trowel, which is my alternate Ace of Swords. It's like a spade. So we're digging for the ultimate truth. Oh, we have a hat here. This is a cowboy hat. Expanding your worldview is the key to having peace in it's sort of like the crown chakra is open in a way, but it's also like being able to put on a different hat and perform different functions. And it's not gold digger, it's like finding the truth about how to have the resources you need, right? But the resources could just be universal peaceful energy. I don't have enough energy. I don't feel like I have enough. And then going into this idea of, you know, I've been picking through the trash my whole life, but if I open up myself to this peace, open up a broader, opening up a broader view of a broader expanse of the world, brings in this abundance, right? A carrier pigeon, bringing in abundance and enough resources that you need, whether it be emotional resources or financial or whatever. Right? Sort of like getting ready to go out on a journey. I feel like it's like digging for something, but it's also the truth as well. Like, dig deep within your own self, and you'll find that you have all of this available to you, and that the universe is supporting you. Okay, so we're gonna do Tuesday here. So there's the actual death card, 13. Scorpionic energy. Oh, this looks like it's in the challenge position. We have 9 of Wands. Okay. The moon in Sagittarius. Okay. Now I also see this 9 as an infinite loop that's broken. And I see it could also, I mean, it could easily be a 6. 6 and 9 moon energy again, because of Cancer. But also the moon on its own, but it's sort of that daybreak energy of trying to rise from the dead, of coming out of a transformation, of breaking the cycle of being stuck. That Sagittarius energy, South Node, in response to the Gemini energy from the other 2 days. It's energy that has a direction and where it's going. The fire is moving in a certain vector. Look at this, a lot of solar energy. Everything's yellow here. Even the death card has a fair amount of yellow. And then the water color blue there. And it harkens back to that Queen of Swords. We're really cutting stuff out that's not working. We have these sort of life cycles. And again, it gives me this idea of jumping timelines. Let's see what this card says. This is sort of somebody who's dead. It's like the 10 of Swords without the swords in it. I'm in my cocoon. I'm transforming. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. Right? If you're overthinking stuff, in order to get to your true soul purpose, you have to go through the heart chakra, which is where the emotional content is. You have to go through this, like, ego death in order to overcome this stagnancy and to get into your true soul purpose. Just Wednesday. Okay. The High Priestess inverted. Let's show this upright. So this is again a resonant pattern. It's like one of those towers again, but this is like a radio tower. Podcasts. So this is ruled by the moon, but I usually get Piscean energy with the High Priestess. And with it we have power. 4 of discs inverted. So we get a little bit of Tower of Power. There's a song or a group, I think it was a band called Tower of Power, but it's also like a power station. Like the solar chakra is the power station for your body, but the magnetic core of your body is the heart chakra. And then your brain is the third power station. It's like trying to align the power grid. We have 6 here, inverted. There's a healing that hasn't happened yet. Because when I started this reading, I said I got the battery, low energy. There's like the cords aren't aligned right, and the power isn't getting through. So Four of Pentacles is the Sun in Capricorn. Very loud motorcycle. So you have the Sun in Capricorn inverted, so we're still dealing with some kind of darkness. Something that's obscuring you from collecting information. Now I noticed how I said from the two queens on Monday, the pair of queens is like the High Priestess. So when we're in the Wednesday energy, it's like, well, this looked really good. Why isn't this happening under the auspices of the moon? So we have Five of Pentacles here. Okay. It's saying if you're in this, if you're trying to get through your ego death and resurrection, if you're staying in this energy of lack, it acts as a block to linking into your own cosmic power. Five of Pentacles, Mercury and Taurus. So we're dealing with this duality energy of Mercury and Venus. Out of balance, lack of abundance. I don't have enough to feel comfy. I'm uncomfortable. Feeling weak and disconnected makes me uncomfortable. You know, guns make me nervous. Okay. So this is this idea of wanting to feel loved and secure and balanced. This is a root energy. It has to do with, it's sort of like, what is it like? I don't know why I'm not really, it's like all of a sudden I don't comprehend what root energy does. It's like the base of the spine. It's like the first movement in an orchestra. It's like we want a snappy intro. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Okay? So it's like, I've made decisions that put me in a weak state where I felt out of everything. This is kind of recounting the story of the ego. It's sort of like getting the ego to offer up its modus operandi, right? I have an ego of lack. It feeds on running the power the wrong way and getting a jolt off the electricity. And every time I'm like, I freak out, it's like, aha, haha, what a show we have here. And you might say, you might beat yourself up over having this lack ego and try having to heal it, overcome it, ego death, whatever you want to call it. But it's a reminder from the universe to tell you that the universe still has your back, whether you're feeling peppy or crappy, that everything that happens in your life is for a reason, and it's not necessarily that you're a piece of crap because you fell into this ego loop. Charms. Oh, I forgot charms for this day too. I had to stop. So let me go back. I had to stop and do something for like 20 minutes and it threw off my rhythm. So we're going to go back to Tuesday and get some charms to help explain this pipeline from the heart to the solar. Polaroid picture. Go this way. I guess it spit out some for that pile too. Okay, so we have a Polaroid picture, right? I have an instant view of the past, okay? So we have a squirrel. This is sort of like a storage for the winter kind of idea. I have pants. I have bleeding. This is a fingertip. And hidden, a hidden concept, something that's not as clear, of a cow. Okay. So I think I mentioned Taurian energy over here, but this is a very earthy essence of Venus Empress energy. It's, I need to feel secure, I need to feel grounded, but also there's this idea of there's a bell, right? Something's ringing a bell. Now, a lot of the time with a cow like this would be, I'm getting milk, I'm getting nutrition, I'm taking something and storing it. And I get this idea of storage as well. It's like a very visceral, grounded view of energy, right? I've been in a place where people have been vampiring my energy off of me. I haven't been able to store any for myself. I can see now very clearly right away this is what's been happening in my past, and I need to put on my big person pants and deal with my ego head on. Okay, so then this energy here of this describing the ego's modus operandi and how you feel like a piece of crap for following your own internal evil twin, so to speak. We have, oh my god, look at this. This is hilarious. I don't even want to move these. I gotta move the camera. This is funny. I'm gonna have to like move it and refocus it, but this is awesome. Look at the way these landed. I gotta zoom this. This is ridiculous. This match is coming up out of the rhino's butt, and the narwhal is like a shart, like a really like shingle shart. Okay. I don't know, that's hilarious. That's really distracting. Like, how am I supposed to do the charm seriously when it fucking looks like that? That's hysterical. I'm killing me smalls. Okay, focus. Is that, oh, it's still, okay. Alright, there we go. Okay. Now back further than I was, but I think it's alright. That is hilarious. Okay, let me see what this unseen... Oh, it's the tower. Okay. The tower. Alright, so the tower was turned around. It was completely down. I have 2, I have 4, that's 6, I have 5, that's 11. So the timing is right to do this, for this sort of controlled tower moment, the controlled demolition of the ego. That is too funny. Now notice these animals both have sword energy coming off. It's like I'm turning on a dime quickly with this truth in my mind, both practically and emotionally. And what else is on the tower but fire? Martian energy. I'm gonna burn this sucker down. Right? I've got a fire under my ass to move. Like, I'm hot to trot. You know, I might seem like I'm taking my sweet ass time, but if I need a reason to, I'm gonna haul ass and get through this. Also, look at that Narwhal song, Causing a Commotion. Right, 5 is usually a conflict number as well, but it can also be pivot. So we're gonna do Thursday. I need a sip of water. Thursday. 7 of discs. This, in the Thoth deck here, this is failure. But it's inverted. Right? So we're not gonna fail this time. We know what we're doing. We have the meats. 7 of Pentacles. Saturn in Taurus. Alright, so there's that Taurian energy again. Saturn retrograde. Really grinding out that surface, sanding it, making it smooth. Alright, we're not gonna trip on a rock and fall this time. We're gonna get that surface like glass and get that movement sliding right through there. 7 also movement. Now again I have 11. 4 and 7, 11. 4 of Swords. Okay, this is the waking up from the death moment, or taking a rest, right? I'm not gonna fail this time. I'm going to think on it. I'm going to sleep on it. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna look at the details, and I'm gonna get through this thicket. 4 of Swords energy, Jupiter in Libra. So not only do we have that Sagittarius directive, we have this balance energy, which goes back to the other aspect of Venus, which is the Empress. So we have the Taurian aspect of Venus and the Libran aspect of Venus. So essentially the concept here is the Empress, and notice that 7 and 4, the difference is 3, which is also the Empress. I mean, it could essentially be -3 here because this is inverted, but sometimes you want a negative charge, right? Look at this. It will charge. And not only charge the back of the credit card, but also the electricity. Ha-ha! Isn't that special? Okay. So we have twins over here with these cards. Speaking of twins, so we have masculine and feminine energy working together. It can also be a healing between yourself and the ego, yourself and your higher self, yourself and your inner child, and so on. It's the connectivity of the dark and the light. Anything that's a duality, we're working on bridging the gap here of getting in tune with the other non-dimensional aspects of yourself. Okay, and then we have this tree here. Now, where's the... It's like trying to find footing in some kind of world, going through all these cycles. And here, with that root energy that came up over here, red root, it's like this card is blooming and splitting in 2. And now we have this, like, indigo energy, the third eye, where they're connected in the forehead, the third eye here, taking root and experiencing this sort of emotive balance. And here, this cross here, it looks a little bit like a Maltese star, but it's like a Maltese cross, but it's like a little bit of star energy, and then also like balance, temperance, healing, like an ambulance. Alright, so this card now is breaking open and is expanding the energy. Alright, this one says, romance, Cupid's arrow strikes. Now, that doesn't necessarily have to mean a romantic relationship. The arrow could be Sagittarius energy, where experiencing, like a self-love, like confidence. And that means I'm not going to fail this time. I have myself with myself. This is the masculine and feminine together is also the Chariot, which is answering this 7 here. And a nod back to the Cancerian moon energy. This one, time, you are trying too hard, give it time. Right over here, the resistance, trying too hard, 11-11 universal timing. Right? So every time you expand, you never force it. That's what leads to the failure. It's like if you force the handle, it's going to break. Oh, some charms. Did I get... Okay. What am I doing? there's one more. Better not be like 12 more. Okay, I think that's it. Alright, I think this is the battery again. Yeah, here's the battery now. It popped out when I was shuffling the thing. So we have this link into the energy. If you drain it too much, it's gonna crap out to recharge your batteries, which is the Four of Swords card. Right? We have a crystal. Sometimes you have to recharge your crystals as well. This is a little bit Ace of Pentacles. Getting that grounding to fully move forward, which is, I mean, a tree is pretty well what you could expect for the Ace of Pentacles also. This crystal also holds information. It's a data storage. It's like I'm getting information from the universe, from my crown chakra, as I ground into the world. We have the tape here. This, to me, indicates patching or fixing something, or being stuck, right? But let's hold on to that for a second. So this is a scroll. This is like information and wisdom, like ancient wisdom, stored in the universe. Right? But it's sort of like recharging your battery, sticking more energy into it. Tape can also be like measuring tape, like a timeline as well. Scotch tape, magic tape, double stick tape, bubble tape. I'm not quite getting this. I need another charm to clarify the tape. Clarify me up some masking tape here. The crystal ball. Okay. That kind of leads into this over here. I need to clarify the masking tape. Birthday cake. Okay. So magical celebration. Something that you polish, something that you make. Sticking to wrap. Hold the wrap together. Oh, okay. This is, the fabric of the universe will not rip open if you take a break for a minute. That was unnecessarily complicated for no reason. Okay, Friday. Friday energy. Now we have the Prince of Discs. So we have the Princess back here, and by the time we get to Friday, we have the Prince. This is the Knight energy. So we have movement, but we're moving slowly, right? We want to keep up that resistance, and there's an actual Maltese cross up here. Right? This looks like the Chariot, but the energy is a 12 or a 1 with Leo and Virgo energy. Fire of Earth. Okay. Now, as a 1, this could be a little bit of magician energy. As a 12, it's like the Hangman inverted. It's waking up. It's like a higher iteration of this Four of Swords. But it's, again, it's that, okay, I'm moving now. I'm getting my engine started. I'm setting out on the journey. I'm not rocketing forward because I know that things take time. And if I go too fast, I might miss where I'm supposed to be flowing. Now 12 breaks down to a 3, which is that Empress number again. So this sort of like, I'm moving forward slowly but abundantly. I'm secure. And notice that this, the Chariot, is this Taurus energy. So again, it leads back into that Empress. That nurturing. Nurturing yourself as you set forward. So we have the Hierophant inverted. This is Taurus energy again. Why is it inverted? Oh, okay. 12 minus 7, the chariot. The hanged man is upside down waiting to get the information from the universe. When the hanged man wakes up, he's cutting off the unconsciousness and waking up, which is why this link is inverted. You're saying 12 minus 7, the chariot. It's like a double confirmation that I'm saying he, but you're waking up. Masculine energy, I have a plan. Feminine energy, Empress, I feel safe. I feel like my needs are being met. Okay. So now I have the Knight of Wands as well. So the Knight of Earth and the Knight of Wands. This is moving slowly. This is like hot to trot. Again, like that rhino. Right? I'm excited. I'm passionate. But I'm using my mental capacity to focus on getting started. Right? I'm revving up my engine. Knight of Wands, Scorpio, and Sagittarius, right? So it's that I've overcome the death cycle, and now I know where I'm going. I have a map to at least get to the first checkpoint, and I've got 12 and 12, 3 and 3, that breaks down to 6, which is healing, and then 5, 11, it's the right time. Okay? And this, look at this. The heart center, and then the fire coming up passionately from the solar center. Transformation, so that's death again. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So it could be a love situation, especially with these cards that needed to come out today, like the actual romance oracle. But again, it's your relationship with one another. It could just be the dark and the light, your core inside versus your like 3D self. You and your higher self, you and your inner child, you and your sort of conquered ego that's now driving your train, your drive train. Driving that train, heroin, cocaine. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. That's why he's going slow. But, like, totally tweaked out high on the idea. Okay? Love conquers and transforms all things. So it's like, in order to conquer your ego, you're not going to hate yourself. You're going to love the ego for its help in having you to survive to this point. Like, thank you, ego. You did your job. You did a great job, but, you know, your services are no longer needed. And you get of course, the fire hydrant. I think that's it. Alright. Alright, the ego. Haunted house. Castle is haunted. I don't need you dragging around in my foundation. I need to move beyond my past. I've got the Polaroid picture. I don't need to keep reliving it every day. And then on top of that, right, so inverted, like going the other way, is 16 tons. Right, this is like, you know, the joke thing, or lands on somebody and kills them, right? It's kind of like 16 reference to the tower as well, and it looks like the cowbell. So it's just kind of reiterating everything that happened before. I tore down the tower, but now I've got 2 towers and a castle in between and a flag flying up in the turret. And then we have this fire hydrant also going the other way. Right? The tower burned down, and I didn't put out those flames because I needed it to go away. I needed to, you know, I needed to bust that ghost. busting makes me feel good. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Okay. Saturday energy. Like I said, the hangman inverted. We're just reiterating that. And now this snake up here looks like this one from the Sunday. It's a little more twisty, but we get the idea. It's making 8 loops. Well, not like 8 loops, but it's making figure 8 shaped loops. Okay. 12 inverted. Again, like I said, the hangman was already waking up. Water energy Neptune. We have Neptune retrograde right now. Here's the Ankh. We have this sort of everlasting life, right? I am in this... I'm overcoming. Look at how organized these energies are now, right? I'm powering up. I have harnessed my own energy. Alright, so now I have the Knight of Cups in a challenge position. So we have a knight that's turning, right? It's almost like I'm being more comfortable in my feelings about waking up to this new reality. I'm starting to feel better about myself. I'm looking up. Oh, and let me get another set. The Knight of Cups energy, Aquarius and Pisces. Okay, so we have Pisces energy, Neptune energy again, and then the Aquarian energy, Uranus is retrograde too, so we have this duality, the twin blue planets, D for duality, and we have this idea of a new consciousness emerging from waking up. Look at this. Now, this, again, if you're into this week for a romantic relationship and you see this that way, this union image here, sacral energy and this third eye energy here, because it's kind of indigo, but it's also that like dark bluish Neptunian Uranus energy. This idea of everything's coming together. Right? This card, it says passion, magnetism is electricity, and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it, right? This could just also be that, like, you're really feeling yourself. It's like, aha, I'm ready to go. It's like, damn, I'm sexy when I'm in my own energy. Okay? You know, like, feeling confident in your own energy also has to do with the sacral energy. If you're feeling guilty or shame or anything like that, that's also something that's going to clear. Notice that this hangman is naked, right? He's exposed. He's not concerned that people are going to see him for who he really is. And some of that can also, your ego of black could also deal with your physical body and feeling unattractive, which is the sort of like the last straw here that's finally being removed from the camel's back. Let me turn this around. I saw the butterfly, which is transformation, but it didn't come out. I think that's it. Okay, oh, slid off the box. So what was staying on top of the box was this arrow. That's that Sagittarius energy. It's a fire. It's what's coming up out of the cradle of the sacral chakra. So we have a dodecahedron. This is sort of like the multiple perspective. It's expanding your worldview again, because we went from the tetrahedron to the cube over here, and now we're expanding more. We've got this energy of 5, pivot, and 12, the hanged man, expanding our space even more. And then we have this man down here. This was face down, right? It's something that's not seen, or it's like we're not quite there yet. This is actually a generic figure. It looks like a man, but this one is the nervous system, which has to do with electrical signals in the body. right? I'm waking up my nervous system. And here, even the lines of energy coming down off the figures looks like that nervous system, which looks like tree branches, and we had all these trees over here. So it's sort of like this exploration destination is working on the different chakras in order, and it's not even putting them in the Kundalini line. It's like, this one's got the biggest hole in it, we're gonna fix this one first. Then the root chakra's got a hole in it, now we gotta patch up the third eye, then we gotta go to the crown, now we gotta go back to the solar and readjust it. And then we come back down here to the sacral chakra, which is sort of like the cradle of safety, right? Where the womb is, where your nurturing kind of erupts from. And it's like the stability. It's like the root chakra is like an anchor, and the sacral chakra is like the nest, right? It's like the root is the tree, and the sacral chakra is the nest that your little personal egg is in. So here we have this nervous system overhaul here in the last stage, which a lot of it has to do with this sort of emotional clearing. Like, I can move forward emotionally because my nervous system is no longer trapped in this, someone's always going to get me. Now I understand that not everyone's out to get me, so like the universe loves me, I can love me, maybe other people can love me. You know, and it doesn't matter if your end goal is a relationship of some sort. It's the idea is passion. It's like being in your own energy and being able to feel like you're not running on empty, right? When your nervous system is frayed, you're just burnt out, right? This is, I've been burnt out, now I need to do the work challenge to get into this emotional awakening. But I'm passionate, fire energy, Sagittarius energy, which is the wheel, which is things are turning. Notice I have 12 and 12 here, 6, that's healing again. Okay, so that's that week overview with charms, and we're gonna call it at that. And let me get over here to my sign. So if you're seeing this, you're already on Patreon. If you want to continue to contribute, you could level up to a higher rung. And if you're already at the highest tier, thank you. And we can also donate paypal.me/CatTheMinion, Cash App, Venmo. You can get a personal reading. Those are linked in the description box of my infomercial video. I haven't been linking it to Patreon, but it's in all of my regular YouTubes that are designed for YouTube. And you could always email me or message me, thecatcamebackatcamp@gmail.com. I'll get you all that information. Alright, so you should be able to see, I've got Cafe Press, DeviantArt, Instagram. I've got coloring books and stuff on Amazon. And if you're in Patreon here, you should have seen the link to my catalog, so you can get actual stuff. You can get more chapbook packs. You can order some other things. The art by the piece. So all that's available. If you want to see, you know, my other stuff, just check out the playlists on YouTube for the at-large stuff, like the Adventures with Plastic Crack and the daily readings and things like that. So stay groovy, and we'll see you later. Bye.